Have you ever felt like you were trapped in an endless, dark, silent corridor where every step echoes alone? Imagine waking up before the sun, feeling the cold floor beneath your feet, and still having to face another day full of expectations that seem to crumble right before you. You try, you push yourself, you chase opportunities, but everything seems to slip through your fingers. Every failed attempt, every door that closes, every call that doesn't come, every dream that seems to escape, and you feel the crushing weight of waiting. In the middle of that silence, you ask yourself, is anyone really watching me? Does any of this even make sense? But what you don't realize is that, at that very moment, God is there, invisible, working on every detail of your life like a patient artisan, shaping something far greater than you can imagine. He is there, observing every silent tear that rolls down your face, every sleepless night spent wrestling with doubts, every gesture that seems too small to matter, every choice made in faith, even when everything around you says to give up. He is weaving your life as if creating a complex tapestry. Every thread, every knot, every color chosen carefully, even if all you see is chaos. The delay that frustrated you, the rejection that hurt you, the mistake you made, none of it is wasted. It is raw material for the construction of something extraordinary. Perhaps that friend who disappointed you was a silent protection. Perhaps that closed path spared you from a greater fall. Perhaps that failure was fertile soil for your growth. Every seemingly insignificant detail is being rearranged with invisible perfection. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a comment and follow us. Every day, there's a new video on the channel for you. And even when loneliness tightens your chest, when fear paralyzes you, and doubt feels overwhelming, every silent action, every invisible effort, every whispered prayer in the dark is being transformed into miracles. It is in the silence, away from human eyes, that God builds. It is in the invisible that He works, preparing the perfect timing, adjusting every piece, shaping the impossible. And then, when you least expect it, one day, the world will open up before you. Every tear will have made sense. Every difficulty will be recognized as a necessary brick. Every delay as a sign of care. You will see that nothing was by chance. Nothing was lost. Every hard moment, every frustration, every silence was part of something greater, invisible, perfect. And in that moment, you will finally understand. The miracles were happening all along, even before you could see them. Because God works in silence. He always has. And even when you don't notice, He is transforming your life into something extraordinary, thread by thread, detail by detail, at the exact right time, in a way that only you will one day see. Sometimes, life feels like a series of doors that close before you even get the chance to walk through them. The coffee you hurriedly made overflows, the bus you needed to miss arrives at the wrong second, and the meeting that seemed perfect is postponed. Everything seems like a tangle of setbacks, and you feel alone, fighting against the world. But there is something invisible happening behind all of this. Every unexpected delay carries a silent lesson. Perhaps you are being placed somewhere where you will learn something you could never have learned by rushing along the planned path. Perhaps that missed encounter is protecting you from a painful experience you were not yet ready to face. Perhaps the path that seemed wrong is slowly preparing the ground for opportunities that will only appear if you wait. While you feel frustration, there are details you do not notice. The tone of someone's voice you met by chance, the advice you didn't hear, the small sign that went unnoticed. All these elements are forming a web of experiences that shapes your perception, strengthens your patience, and teaches you to trust even without understanding. Every detour is a silent school. Every delay is an invitation to slow down, observe, reflect, and realize that time is not always the enemy. Sometimes, it is the instrument that organizes everything at the exact right moment. What seems useless or frustrating today will tomorrow be recognized as part of a perfect choreography you could not orchestrate alone. When you look back, you will see that every wait had a purpose. Every change in direction made sense. Every obstacle turned out to be a bridge you didn't even know you needed to cross. What seemed like chaos was in fact invisible preparation, details that only become clear when the whole picture is revealed. Because even when everything seems lost or confusing, there is a greater design being formed, and you are exactly where you should be, guided by threads that only time and divine wisdom can weave. The true test of trust arises when you find yourself facing nothing. There are no signs, no answers, no certainty, only the feeling that time has stopped and that your efforts are having no effect. In that moment, believing is an act that goes beyond logic. It is maintaining the conviction that what you cannot yet see is already being prepared. Having faith does not mean ignoring difficulty. It means standing firm, even when everything seems stagnant, when the plans you made collapse or simply don't progress. It is acting with courage, despite fear, continuing to care for what is within your reach, investing energy without guarantee of return, and still trusting that every effort will be transformed into something greater. It's like walking down a road with no apparent end, feeling the weight of loneliness, the chill of uncertainty, and yet taking the next step anyway. It's believing in the invisible movement of life, even when the days all feel the same, when there are no signs of progress, when everything seems frozen. The test of trust teaches us that what is invisible is often the most important. Growth happens in the lines between waiting, learning is shaped by patience, and strength is born from silent perseverance. Those who stand firm, even without seeing, discover that faith is built in the void, molded by time and resilience, and that, at the right moment, what seems stagnant will reveal itself in perfect motion. Sometimes, life seems to collapse before your eyes. Projects that seemed secure fall apart. Relationships break. Dreams you've carried for years disappear in an instant. Each loss leaves not only a void, but a deep wound, as if something essential inside you has been shattered. The silence that follows is heavy, almost suffocating, and the world seems to keep turning while you remain trapped in that emptiness. It is in this space of pain and uncertainty that God begins to work, far from human eyes, behind the scenes of your life. He observes every broken piece, every fragment you consider lost, and begins to reorganize, rebuild, and reinforce. It is not a quick process. It is meticulous, delicate, and precise. He places each element exactly where it belongs, shaping invisible structures that will sustain your future in solid form. While you feel only the sensation of waiting, the internal reconstruction happens deeply. He strengthens your emotions, teaches patience in moments of frustration, sharpens your discernment in choices, and awakens a resilience you never imagined you had. Every difficulty faced, every mistake made, every disappointment absorbed becomes essential material for the foundation being silently built. Imagine it like restoring a broken stained glass window. Each fragment is studied, cleaned, and fitted into its proper place until the light finally passes through perfectly, or like an old house being renovated internally, cracked walls reinforced, foundations stabilized, meticulous details corrected, while on the outside, it may seem as if nothing has changed. But inside, everything is being prepared to support what is yet to come. And then, in the right time, you will see. What once seemed lost or irreparable will transform into something stronger, more beautiful, and more complete. Every pain, every wound, every frustration will be recognized as essential to the final masterpiece. And you will realize that the silence and the waiting were not inertia, but the perfect rhythm of a work that could only happen behind the scenes with patience, precision, and divine care. Do you have any reflections you'd like to share? Leave them in the comments. The silent construction is not just about restoring what was broken. It is about creating a life that is more solid, deeper, and more meaningful than you could have ever imagined. It is an invisible, yet perfect work, transforming every fragment of pain into the foundation of something extraordinary. There were days when everything seemed confusing, when every choice felt uncertain, every path seemed wrong, and every door appeared closed without explanation. You wondered why certain people came and went from your life, why plans failed, why pain arrived unannounced. The world seemed like a mosaic of disconnected pieces, and you felt incapable of understanding the complete picture. But there comes an inevitable, silent moment when the light finally pierces the curtain of doubt. One day, all that confuses you today will fall into place before your eyes. Every difficulty, every weight, every loss, every obstacle will reveal itself as part of a perfect design. You will realize that nothing happened by chance. Every decision made, every misstep, every moment of silence or uncertainty had a purpose.